Jeffrey Dahmer.
My name's Jeff.
Sick.
Yeah, that shit's.
Himself.
If y'all haven't seen it,
there's a show about Jeffrey Dahmer and all his murderous exploits on Netflix. Nah.
Before going into it, did you know about him?
I heard
the name. I heard of Jeffrey Dahmer. It sounded familiar in my head, but I never knew.
But I'm gonna be honest. From watching this show, I didn't know anything about this. Yeah. I just knew he was a serial killer.
Nobody did.
I think only serial killer in that realm that I could like say something about was like John Wayne Gacy. Cause
yeah,
he's a clown.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that
they show his ass in there.
Yeah, he was like, I think he had like kids in the walls or in the floor, some shit like that. Like
his
dead bodies
underneath that thing.
Yeah,
the crawl space.
Because he was a clown. That's the only reason why I remembered him. But Jeffrey Dahmer, I just knew it was a serial killer with big glasses. Remember that about the glasses in a minute. So the show is about Jeffrey Dahmer, serial weirdo, serial killer. You know, the works.
Yeah.
They're going back and they're talking about they're trying to build up to where everything went completely wrong, but also doing it in a flashback type narration style. It's great production. I think his name is Evan Peters.
Evan Peters, yeah.
He is amazing. He's a great actor.
I don't even be caring for them type of stuff. Like especially when it's more documentary, I don't really care for the documentary. Some of the documentary, if I'm like genuinely interested in like LMC, like that type of shit, like I could fuck with like those documentaries. But true crime documentaries, I don't really be caring for the actual documentary. But he did do that shit well. And he
but this is like more cinematic, so it don't really
exactly.
And
if
it was a documentary, I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, for sure. And he does like the way he does the victim side. He's not really glorifying or like really just telling the story of Jeffrey Dahmer. He like showing like the effects of it all too and how it led up. So like you said, that shit was like very, very well put together and thought out. But boy,
there was like a screaming scene when he was screaming at his grandmother. And they did like it was amazing camera work.
No lie, I thought he was gonna do her ass.
I thought I was just waiting.
I knew Granny was dead.
I purposely didn't pull out my phone because I'm like, I know she finna die. I don't even want to look up. Did he kill his grandmother? And when he screamed at it,
that was the first
and
thing
they
I
had
did.
all the camera movements. I'm like, okay, this shit was cold. But he just screamed at it and looked at it. Whether she know it or not, she is blessed because he killed people for way less.
Boy got a head in his closet.
That boy said. He killed niggas for being beautiful. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. You too cute. You gotta go. you can't be walking around reproducing, but you got to go. That's the type of shit he was on.
Bro, his whole thing, how he led up to that shit, like the spoiler alert, y'all. Too bad, y'all should have paused it and started watching it.
This is history, so
exactly. Hey, whatever.
Based on the true story, unfortunately.
His ass, the way he that first one, like he just accidentally like murked somebody or some shit. I mean, he kind of got mad, hit him, whatever. He was already kind of weird, the whole animal shit. But I get it, people got to do
that was
their jobs.
super fucking weird.
But in that,
elaborate on that. Tell them because for the people who didn't see it, what was he doing with the animals?
So it was kind of not really taxidermy. It was more of like just like dissect them and shit. You know, like in science, was it biology or whatever, chemistry, one of those classes in school I remember taking it. We dissected a frog, and I didn't want to do that shit. That shit was nasty.
We dissected a rat. This was in Georgia.
He did it.
Rat.
Oh, y'all did one?
A fucking, I want to say a worm, and a fucking I don't remember what the other one was.
That seemed hard to do, a worm. The motherfucker so it was worm.
That's what I was like, bro, this is dumb as fuck. I'm like, y'all ordered this? Or it might have got this by accident with the real order?
They went to Walmart and grabbed a bag of worms out the freeze.
That was nasty. But yeah, him and his dad made it a hobby to find roadkill. Not like just dead animals, which is already gross, but the ones that was hit by a car or something, you know, a couple tire marks. Like, hey, let's see what's still intact. First of all, Pop, I'm not too far into the show. I heard that you're not the greatest person either, but dog, you started this.
Well,
you started this bloodlust.
He started that portion of it, I say, because some of the shit he did, he learned from him. Like because there was a scene in there when he specifically said the dad was talking about it, right? It's cool dissecting, people into certain things. I get it. His dad was just happy to find something his son was into, so he got
to bond with his son. Yeah, he had such a terrible marriage.
And I would assume any parent would do that. It's like, even though your son like doing this, like, you know what, I don't like that stuff, but my son, he's an awkward kid, so I want to like be his friend. I want to help him out, I want to bond with him. But that shit just like that, it was cool until he said something. I was like, I get it. People got different strokes for different folks. But when he said the whole brain shit, he's like, yeah, if you pour acid on the brain and the body will still move or some shit like that. That portion he got from his father, because that's the shit he was doing. He was pouring acid on. That was the first kill. That's what he did on the first kill specifically. He said if you pour acid on the brain,
the body won't be able to move. The person's still alive, but they can't move or whatever.
So they'll still be breathing.
And they could feel it, but they can't. Because he said, like, they did a test on a frog, and they tried to light it on fire with the brand with the acid and shit, and it was trying to stop it out of instinct, so it means it could feel it and shit. So he specifically went back to that. But his dad, it started off, they found like a dead squirrel, and he went to like touch it, and he was like, hey, what are you doing? As you should. You don't let your kids touch dead animals.
For sure.
A myriad of reasons. It's crazy. But he's like, you know what? You're a kid. Kids are curious. Go ahead. He pokes it, and then he picks it up, which is like, okay. That's when you should have been like,
a little...
Hey, cut it, knock it the fuck off.
I'm not even touching a live possum or frog or nothing like that. No. Like, nah.
No. Like, and he's like, what happened to it? And he's like going through what could possibly happen and shit, which turned into them cutting them open in his garage. And it was like a scene where he's holding like some sort of animal heart. And I think that was the moment when he realized, like, yo, I really like this shit.
Shit cool.
Because he went off to beat off to it and shit.
And then he took I didn't even see that part. He did that?
In like episode 2.
I missed it. I'll be on my phone. I was Googling shit about it. That's probably why.
I think he was trying to watch porn. I think. No, it was old. So he was trying to like look at a Playboy or something, and it wasn't working for him. Then he was thinking back to when he.
Oh yeah, he was thinking back. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I missed that.
Animal was playing with the heart, and he did his thing to that.
Oh fuck! He did. He also did the shit. They had another one. They dissected a pig. And he asked the teacher, like, hey, you got an extra one I could take home for practice?
A crazy red
Now,
flag.
the teacher now, come on now. You know you're not supposed to let that slide. Then
you're not supposed to leave. Them shit's not supposed to leave. But if you say, like, can I take it home to practice? Instant red flag. Because
you can sit right here and practice. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not teaching. I'm not testing you on this. This is just something to do for the day.
Yeah, we just learning about this shit. Doing
Why
something.
do you, and what are you going to do at home? You're not taking the scalpels home. You going to cut these open with your, no. Absolutely not.
That scene though when he would start like goofing around and shit like that in school, and they were like fucking.
He was doing so well at first, bro.
He was like, you know what I'm saying?
He was making fun of somebody slow. We not making fun of the slow person.
Yeah,
he said, person.
That shit had me weak when he did that shit.
That shit they was fucking with that.
And he went a little too far with it. He kept being weird.
He said the shit his mom and dad was arguing about the night before in that voice. That's what it was like. What? Because you know his mom was a drug addict, and his dad, they was always going back and forth. Whatever he said to her that night, that's what Jeff said after making fun of the dude, and it was like, okay, all right, man. They all left. He was just being weird. That was when it started. Like everybody was like, he's weird, but no one was like truly saying, watch him. Something's not right with him. They were all just kind of like
all the red flags.
Weird ass Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you kind of exclude. I mean, you kind of look at people and stuff like that. And you just like, yeah, but they don't even got to be weird. Somebody could just be totally normal and cool as hell playing sports and all that, and they could be on some shit like that. But the fact that this motherfucker was like putting it out there, like on Front Street, like I'm weird as fuck and I'm doing some weird ass shit. Motherfucker camped out to steal a mannequin and grab his fucking smoothness. Like what the fuck? That's just like, so fucking weird.
What is going on? And his I don't want to spoil too much of the show for y'all, but
just watch that shit.
Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix. I think it's 9 episodes.
10
episodes. I'm on like episode 7 at the time of this recording.
I literally just finished before.
I might watch it after this. I don't know. That should be giving me the heebie fucking jeebies.
Yeah, that shit is very weird. Which a lot of people said they couldn't make it past the first episode. Me, I get super. That shit's been making me fascinated into it. It's like, bro, I'm Googling. Like, I keep looking up different characters. I'm like, what happened to him? What happened to him? Why did this do that? Which the dude that escaped is a crackhead.
Is a crackhead now?
The dude that escaped and got Jeffrey caught, like Tracy Edwards or whatever.
The black dude that went to the police station and shit?
Look, after we leave here, matter of fact, just enter the picture right here. Jaws is like, damn. You remember Delonte West? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that. He looking like that, bro. But they said he went to like jail. He like pushed somebody off a bridge or some shit like that. He only did like a couple years, some shit, got out, or a couple months, got out, and then he did some other shit. And then fucking from there, he ain't been seen. But the last picture that was seen of him in the prison picture, he looked like he was on some shit.
He might have went. He might have went. You know, he might have lost his mind after that whole ordeal. Even though he made it out, it might have been fucking with him. Started getting high to cope with the it fucking with him, and especially to find out what could have happened to him. He probably see it was national news. So you seen all the people that actually did get killed. And like,
Tracy, if you're watching this, man, comment, let us know you straight, my boy. They said they ain't seen that man for 20 years.
Why he gonna call us? Call somebody who know you.
But I ain't say comment down below.
Rick Ross tweeted.
Rick Rose.
Nigga said, "Hey, I need a pair of the the Dahmer glasses."
I was wondering when you said, "Bro, remember the glasses." I was like, "Where he going with the glasses?"
The tweet that somebody, the first or one of the biggest retweets to that was, "Oh yeah, it'll go perfect with the Molly dropping her champagne." I'm like, "Oh, nigga, you didn't even think." Exactly. This is what happens when old niggas get on social media. They don't think. But as the aspect of, damn, I can get caught up if I don't say this the right way. They just thinking they ain't doing barbershop talk. Nigga, this is not the fucking barbershop. Your ass was just in trouble a couple years. Remember you lost your Reeboks? You're done with these Reeboks. You lost them because of that. In the same verse.
You crashed out about them Reeboks.
You crashed out about
Reeboks, like Reeboks.
You know what I'm saying?
He got on them when they wasn't even popping no more. It was like
he was supposed to bring the brand back.
They had John Waffle, and then it was like dead after that.
They said, you know what? Never mind, bro. You out. You tripping. And niggas let you slide for that. And you gonna come here and talk about something.
People was trying to buy his stuff too.
What's that?
Like Jeffrey Dahmer's always talking about his home.
Crazy. I'm sure the glasses thing went up.
Bro, the drill that he was drilling people's heads with, they was trying to purchase. A dude got so disgusted, like some rich white dude got so disgusted by that shit. He's like, "What the fuck do you like?" He was eating dinner. He said, "I remember eating dinner, whatever, and fucking seeing Jeffrey on TV, and I couldn't even eat my food." He said, "I literally just left the restaurant. Everybody around me was watching that shit." He said, "That's fucking disgusting." And he said people were trying to like buy the drill. This is what it shows in the thing. That somebody was trying to buy the drill and all his shit. Like they were auctioned off, and the proceeds are supposed to go to the victims. He's like, "Man, fuck that." He paid, I want to say $100,000 more than what it was worth, what it was going for, just to hurry up and sell it. He's like, "I'll pay whatever. I'll pay so much more just to sell that shit to me, just so I could destroy it." And he destroyed that shit.
As he should.
Yeah.
That's better than buying a Cuban link.
That's some fire. And he still,
that's the real flex.
And then he still gave the money to the victims. He still went and split the money up between the victims. It was already gonna go to the victims. He paid more than what it was worth and still gave the money to the victims. Just because he want to fuck with that shit. So he pretty much just handed them some money. That's fire. I think it was like $32K a piece.
That is disgusting to hear that evidence.
They saw him money, bro. He had.
My bad.
Did you see? He had worshipers. He had people like, he had got 12,000 sent to him while he was in prison. Fans sending him money, sending him letters, fucking talking about they want to kill people and shit now.
Everybody in that fucking fold, man, should be on a list.
Yes.
Because first of all jail mail, if you don't know, it's going to be read. It's going to be read. Shit. The fact that shit even got to him to say like, "Hey, I want to do this and I want to, kill people or whatever." Somebody should have been like, "Let's not give the murderer these. It might even give him back in the mood to start doing this shit again and all this." They must have let him buy and shit. And all the people that sent those letters, I'm almost positive that y'all were placed on a watch list after that.
I hope so.
Because they put your ass on a watch list.
Y'all ass going down, weirdos.
Just for writing him, it has to be like it's raising some suspicions. Unless you talking to him crazy, like, "How could you do this? You hurt my family. You hurt people. All this shit." Unless you're doing that, then they'll probably let you rock. But if you really sitting there saying like, I admire you. You inspire me. I really want to kill everybody I think look good now. You supposed to be on the list.
Got to cross you off.
You got to be on that too. You got to be on some sort of list. You are the highest likelihood of a liability that possibly is. No more red flags are needed. We let him slide. We messed up on that. We should have definitely got him like way when he was fucking with roadkill. But you writing this, man, I don't give a fuck what you do.
That return address, get on that, man. Go check them out. I wonder if they ever did.
You know what's crazy?
But that whole shit just showed me that motherfuckers really do not give a fuck.
There's probably somebody who has like an important job nowadays, like an important person, someone, maybe even a pastor, that wrote him. Because if it was 11,000 people sending him money, imagine how much actually wrote him. And then you got all that shit going on. Some people grow. Some people just realize, like, maybe if I actually do the things I want to do, I'll go to jail. then they might have ended up getting some jobs at a Fortune 500. They could be a CEO. They could be a fucking pastor because you know what they be doing. They could be fucking construction workers. The whole time, you never know.
Shit,
you sick. Lucky Twitter wasn't around, nigga. They pull your old tweets and be like, nigga, didn't you heart Jeffrey Dahmer's last tweet? Yeah, you gotta go on that type.
And then the victims is mad that Netflix ain't paying them. Netflix ain't even hit them up by the series, so they mad about that shit. Which rightfully so. I mean, but at the same time, I know Netflix got their shit in line, so I know some people probably gonna try to sue Netflix for some bread and all that shit. But it's Netflix. It's like trying to sue Apple or Nike. Like, you know, they got their teams right before they even release that shit.
They more than likely bought the rights to that shit. Right. I'm sure none of the victims own any, as sad as that may be. I'm sure none of the victims own any of the rights to that shit. It would be
cool to, like, you know, help the victims out, but
Netflix logic is gonna be
Netflix is like, bro, fuck y'all. This is a public story.
It's been 30.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying what they.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with Netflix.
I think y'all should be paid. You know what I'm saying?
And for sure, get them a check. Y'all got a lot of money. Remember, like 2 episodes or maybe 3 at this point, we were talking about people naturally good or bad, and it kind of matters if you know what. If you know what you're doing is wrong and you still do it, makes you even worse. Or makes
exactly.
You he literally said, "No, I know what I'm doing. I know it's not good." And the first time was kind of by accident, but after that, it was just because it was easy. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing. So the 2 that said like, "Nah, he's insane" and all this shit, you could Mike about to fall out. You could try to say like, "Oh, he's insane. He doesn't want to admit that he has a problem and all that." But who the fuck cares, bro? This nigga just killed all these people. Like, put him in jail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what do you think the psych ward is gonna fucking give him pills all day, have him in therapy classes? He probably gonna be making a fucking terror for a bunch of therapists. He's gonna be on pills and all this other shit. Probably gonna end up killing somebody else because he ain't gonna be as locked up as he would be in jail. And if you know, you know.
Shout out to Christopher Scavenger, man. You a goat.
You went to
you did your thing.
He went where he went, and what happened to him happened to him. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around. He fuck around and found out.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He fucked around and found out.
And we gonna leave it at that.